Hello everyone, my name is Master Starman and welcome back for more Let's Play New Super Mario Bros. Last time we started up in World 5 here, did about half the levels here, told some stories about Canadian Tire. And yeah, we will be continuing on here. We're going off to the World 5 Ghost House today. This level's kind of tricky and kind of rude here. We introduce a very annoying enemy that I don't honestly like dealing with all that much. I'm actually going to use a Fire Flower here to deal with this guy and then just get this one back here. These are bruisers. I believe that's the name of these guys, and they are not nice enemies to deal with. They are kind of just an aggressive asshole enemy here that this game introduced, and the Mario series was not too kind for that. Also, shoot, I think I'm... Yeah, I did need the guy down there. Shoot. There's a star coin in here. This is the second one, I believe. This is looking very nasty here. You know, I saw, like, a thought of ways how I could have died in that room, but that was never how I was expecting to actually die there. Give me my freaking Fire Flower back here. Well, at least gives me a chance to get that other star coin back here, so I can't complain too much there. But yeah, these guys are nasty. These guys are very much nasty. So what you actually want to do here is lure this guy down here. Or, oh shoot. No, don't tell me you're too far. Don't tell me you're too far down. Oh my... Really, game? At least I know these guys can... Well... At least I know I can get back down there, so I could probably still grab this and head back down. So, let's try that again. Okay. That's what you want to do. For that one, anyway. Now I have to go back and get this other bruiser back here. This level has a secret exit as well, and much like most ghost houses, it is kind of an annoying one here. I need you to break this, dude. Actually, hold on. Thank you. That's all I need you to do there. Now I can kill you, even though you're probably already dead anyways. And there's the second star coin. The third one is actually tied to the secret exit of this level here, which I won't worry about right this second here. I might just focus on finishing the level normally. So, let's kind of go ahead and do that first. The secret exit's around here, but I'll worry about that in a moment. Yeah, we have this rising platform here. This is kind of a weird platform here. Likes to go a little weird after a certain point. Can be a little tricky there, but it's nothing too dramatic there. Then it's gonna drop down and then rocket straight ahead here. And yeah. Get a lot of coins from that there, and that's pretty much all she wrote for this level here. Except not, because there is actually a secret exit, and that's where the third star coin is. I'll meet you guys back around the halfway mark there. Okay, back right here. I want to be careful and take out any bruisers that are in the way here. I recommend getting on top of, like, a left or right block here, and then you can jump there. There's a block, like, formation like that there. It can be a little hard to hit the vine if you've already gotten the top part of that there. I'm gonna move out of the way of the... I tried to move out of the way of the big guy there, but didn't have a chance of doing that. Okay, this area is kind of nasty. We have another one of these platforms here, and it's kind of nastier compared to the original version of this in the main path here. There is a secret. It's on the right side of this area here. you're gonna want to be holding right at the point where it starts to rise really fast. So right here, keep sticking to the right side here. Yeah, if you're not holding that, it is very possible to miss this. And guess what? Guess who missed this on his practice run? Yeah, it's kind of a nasty secret there, not gonna lie. I have a bit of another memory with this level, though, actually. It's like, I knew about this secret as well, because, again, going back to when I was talking about watching Cheat on G4 last video, and the millions of other times I brought that freaking show up before, there was a time where I had some friends, named Dylan and Colton, these two, brothers that I was friends with, and, Dylan was like a year older than me, and he was actually the one who introduced me to, Power Stone, he introduced me to Inuyasha, and like, just some other, like, things that really kind of shaped a lot of my childhood. He introduced me to Robot Chicken, just a lot of, like, crazy things that guy introduced me to. His younger brother Colton, had this game, and he actually had the DS Lite, and it was the first time I ever, like, from his that I remember actually holding up the DS Lite. He had the white one with, there was just one day at the school, like, playground or whatever, I remember being like, hey, I can show you this trick to get to all the way to World 8 really quickly, and, you know, we got to this level here, and, I think I remember doing it for them on that system, but it was, like, my first time holding a DS Lite, which is kind of this interesting experience for me, just because, you know, it's a bit narrower and smaller than, and also just brighter than what the regular DS looked like. It's just a core memory I have of those guys in this game, and that level in particular. This level has a secret exit that actually requires Shell Mario, which I know we don't have. So, I'm gonna have to do this one a couple of times here. I don't think the rest of the secrets are that bad, though. Like, I think the star coins are in kind of simple locations, if I remember right. There's one right here. Got it there. There's a one up there, which I'm very thankful for, because now I don't have freaking 67 lives there. I could have gotten that star coin another way as well. That would have been just as fine there, but it's all good. Okay, this I could also do with the shell. Oh, shoot. Not what I meant to do there. There's another Firefly right here. There's a million shells around here. I'm gonna try and get the... well... that's kind of one of the safer ways of doing this. So you can use the block to also get in here. But that also makes this bridge disappear and turn into a bit more of an awkward area there, so not really the easiest to kind of maneuver in there. And here's the last star coin of the level here. It's pretty simple to get here. These guys thankfully can't drop down the pits there. They're kind of like the red Koopas in that regard, which is nice. And yeah, this is basically the end of the level here. The secret exit's tied to going up above there. That should have totally been a 1-up. I don't care what anybody says there. As with all these other secret exits, I'm going to meet you guys back here in a minute when I have the shell, because I do kind of have to go this far in, and we don't get a shell anywhere in this level here. Kind of a missed opportunity. I wish we could have gotten the shell in more of these levels here. Okay, I can get one from here. That's fine there. There we go. Of course the stupid red block spawns here. Why does it... you need the shell for the secret in this level. Why are you... oh my... this is... okay, I've rambled about this before. And I apologize if I'm beating a dead horse here, but I don't like that there's some levels in this game that require power-ups that you can't get in the level, and flat out, like, even the chances of them showing up in these levels, a lot of the time it doesn't give you that. The game kind of lures you with this false sense of security with, you know, the first fortress giving you the shelf for it, but no, like, that's bad game design right there. I'm gonna be the first to admit that. I don't like that aspect about this game very much. Okay, when you get this far down, you realize just how short the rest of this level is here. You can use your shell here, though, and start turning in here, and I said start turning in here, and you realize there's a pipe right here. And there's your one up there. Up to 70 lives. Very nice. I think that's it for most of the annoying... No, well... No, it's not it for the annoying levels here. This is the warp pipe that takes you near the end of the castle. I also opened up an extra, like, this Mega Mushroom house here just to save after getting the shell in my inventory. That's another thing I like to do, is sometimes I have a way to save once I have the items that if anything bad happens, I can just kind of reset, pretty much. I have in my notes written down that pretty much all the star coins are near the middle to end of this level anyway, so... More of these bruiser ghosts here. Not a big fan of these guys, but it is what it is. Oh shoot, I hope I can still get this, actually. Because of that. Please tell me I can still get this here. Well, I can break that there. Okay, yeah, I can still get this one here. I thought maybe I might have needed to use the bruiser to get rid of that one there. Oh, shoot. Need a Buzzy Beetle for this here, which this'll work. Okay, got that. Somehow, because it was completely off camera, but I'll take that. Those are the W's we take in this world here. And... okay, I don't know how I lived that one there, but I'll take it. There's a secret right here, I believe. Yep. Hidden vine right there. And that's where the last star coin is, right there. Getting it's a little bit trickier here. Can't kill this guy. Oh my god. No, I said I can't. This game blows. And I'm at the end of the... really? I'm at the end of the level from the... I can't... Why? I'll meet you guys back in a minute there. That was some really, really stupid level design there. I mean, yes, I could have died to that bruiser, but I really didn't want to. Now I gotta redo this entire level all over again here because of that. This might be the first time we're demonstrating a Hammer Bro showing up in these levels here. It's kind of similar to the red blocks. Now there's just a Hammer Bro at the start of these levels here. And if you kill him, he'll usually drop some sort of special power up there. Fire Flower is not too special, but it is useful, so I can't complain too much there. I'll meet you guys back in a minute, because that was such a stupid freaking way to lose that there. Alright, let's try this stupid junk again here. I'm gonna lure this guy over... Come over this way, you stupid freaking ghost here. I don't even care what the rest of this level looks like, to tell you the truth. I'm just done with that. God, that was dumb. That was such a dumb freaking thing there. Okay, this next level's the one that I actually have written in my notes that most, if not all, the star coins are pretty much near the end of it. This one wouldn't be a bad level to enter with a mini mushroom. Oh, it's also just obnoxiously slow auto-scroller at that, too. There is a, thing that would be easier to get with a mini mushroom. Oh, there's bullet bills in here as well, which is fun. Despite the bullet bills, this isn't really a bad level for having a mini mushroom, to tell you the truth. Oh, shoot. That's fine. There's a one up there, very nice. I kind of just had another random memory unlocked of, like, just one time kind of close to the release of this game. I remember, one of my older cousins was, like, babysitting me, like, sometime in 2006, I think, and for some reason I remember we were talking about this game, even though I don't think she really had a DS or would have played these kinds of games all that much. I'm trying to think, like, her brother was the one who basically gave me his N64 and, like, got me into half the games that I'm into, such as, like, Mario 64 and, DK 64 and a few other just random N64 games and whatnot, so, like, I have him to thank for getting me into most games that I'm seriously into, but, I don't know what exposure she would have had. I just remember we were talking about, like, a mix of this and, like, Shrek the Third one day, which is, like, interesting to think that, like, we were talking about, like, you know, like a Shrek movie back then, and now, like, Shrek is somehow even more relevant than ever. I'll probably see Shrek 5. I mean, I'm not the biggest Shrek fan. Like, I like the first two movies, but, like, I think I've seen 3, like, maybe twice in forever. I've only seen the one time. Even when 3 came out, I was kind of at that age where I was kind of, like, getting out of seeing movies like that in a way, like, and not too much. Like, I was still watching kids' movies when Shrek the Third came out, because I was still a kid at that time, but I don't know. Anyway, this level's kind of on the involved side. This is the castle level here. This one's very interesting in a way. We have a lot of these piranha plants here. I recommend holding the fire flower as long as you can. I'm not accepting that. Their game. Whatever, that would just give me a mushroom if I was to break that. This level has one of the trickiest secrets from what I remember in my practice run, at least, like, thus far anyway. I'm gonna use this here in case I get a, yeah. Oh, we have some of the fire shooter varieties here now, huh? Okay, this part's really, really tricky here. We have some dry bones here, and we have a spring. This spring is important here. It's important for... Dang it, I was hoping I could have gotten the, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get back to that spring before it, like... Yeah, it disappears there. Does that ever oh, it does respawn. Okay, that's not so bad. The third star, it's basically required for the third star coin, which is in a really stupid location. I struggled a lot with the third star coin in my practice run here. Yep. Oh, jeez, we're at the... That's just the halfway mark there, actually. Okay, that block could be important there, but... Uh-oh. 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 And that trampoline despawned. It's possible without, but we have to get on that freaking block there. It is absurdly, absurdly tight to get on that block there. It is possible with a triple jump there, but... Or a running jump there, okay then. I blame maybe the Wii U, like... The input latency on the Wii U is freaking horrendous, and that's how I was practicing this here. It is an absurdly tight jump to make that. Like, I really don't know. That's just a coin as well. If you have a mini mushroom, it's a lot easier to make this. And there is merit to having the mini mushroom in this level, which I'll get into in a little bit, but... Oh my god, I actually got it! Holy... Now I'm questioning if I'm gonna have enough time to even finish the level here, because we still have to go all the way down here. Get this freaking star coin, which is... There's bottomless pits here, which would be terrible if you died there. There's a fire flower right here. Okay, we have to beat this boss here in less than a minute here. I hope that that's enough time. It should be. Check it out! It's Big Pete's! Big Pete's here, Petey Piranha, as I like to call him there. Okay, yeah, we had plenty of time there. You can either use fire flowers, you can jump on them there. It's not too bad there otherwise. Is what I would be saying if you can't see what else is here. This unlocks the entrance to World 6, though, which is the first time we see Peach being dragged off like that, though. But yeah, there is in fact a secret in that boss fight too, much like the World 2 boss, which, as you saw, led us to World 4. There is in fact a secret for finishing that boss with a mini mushroom as well, so... You know what time that is? It's time to plug my DS in, actually, because I noticed that the battery's red there. Let me do that there, and then I'll meet you guys back in that level with a mini mushroom. Oh, if I never mentioned it, this cannon takes you all the way to World 8, so... Yeah, just figured I'd mention that. I'll unlock this so I can save my game there, and I'll meet you guys back at the boss fight. Okay, yeah, so, like, right here, it would be easier to, use the mini mushroom there to... Now I have no reason not to really try and fight this purely with the mini mushroom, admittedly. Well, yeah, I kinda do here. So, I'm gonna give this an honest effort here. There is a trick you can do with these bosses here. Petey's pretty easy here. He just kind of flies around, and he'll do a ground slam there. And if you ground pound a boss there, then... that actually does do double damage with any regular form other than the mini mushroom there. So, this should be it. Yes, that is finishing it there, because I did 2 damage with the ground pound normally there. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it works there. I honestly find Petey easier than the Mummy Pokey, honestly, which as a kid I thought was the inverse. I remember struggling with this fight, doing it with the mini mushroom, but that unlocks the pathway to World 7 there, so yeah. Junior's gonna run off here as well, so now we have 2 worlds we can go off to, World 6 and World 7. Next time on New Super Mario Bros., we are going to start exploring one of these worlds here. Very good music in both these worlds. We'll see you guys for that then. Have yourselves a great day, and peace out.